Thank you again. I know I say that a lot. I don't have any new witty ways to greet you. I'll work on that. But I think it's simple and maybe repetitive. But every day it's a sincere statement I'm making to you and thanking you for taking the time out of your schedule for 500 seconds or so, less than 10 minutes, to consider the sincerity of these words about our shared yet different but common resilience that I trust. Nope, can't trust you anymore. That I love you are considering sharing your journey with me today towards resilience. Today's topic is called the longing. The longing. Let me start with this opening question. I know, shocking, isn't it? How long do you look and stare? How long and how do you look and stare at something or someone? Bear with me. This is driving again towards the discussion about resilience today. I offer to you, from my perspective, my experience, not telling you to have the same viewpoint, but I look and stare only until I start to judge what I'm looking at or staring at. I do that until I start to resist what I'm looking or staring at. How long do I look and stare? Until I start to attach to what I'm looking at or staring at. How about this? Given this opening scenario and my experience, when you look and or stare, do you do that for some period of time to help or to ridicule or to dismiss? Do you do it to feel sorry for someone? Or maybe the other side of that, to be happy that it ain't you. That image, that observation that you're looking or staring at, that accident, or on that median, that person begging for money or food, or looking at those people in the soup line or in the unemployment office. Do you long for that? Or ecstatic that you don't have that challenge today? Nope, not that one. But you will have, and I will have, a respective challenge on my date with fate and your date with fate today. Based on our unique journeys here to produce something positive for yourself and for others. To produce something positive for myself and for others. Now, what that produced thing is, I don't know. All I can help you with is through what I mentioned before, through problem solving without answers. But with and through the curious, sincere, original questions that I've proposed to you before. Those curious, sincere, original questions contain the answers that you seek. Yes, forming those kind of questions and then moving forward and receiving the guidance from that quiet, confident, and humble perspective still requires work from you. You can't mail this in or hope and wish for something like an immaculate conception. Not gonna happen. You gotta do the work. You gotta define, refine, observe, and communicate. That in its essence As simply as I can put it, that's the resilience. That's the pursuit that I speak of throughout the entire 820 enterprise. Expect nothing. Trust nothing. Trust no one. But love everyone. Doing it that way, it keeps that longing short and then helps you to stay in the process to complete you as perfect as you already are today. So that question about how long do you look and stare at something, observe something, if you want to be elegant about it. On the outset of the conversation, I mentioned about until you either resist the image, resist the experience, attach to it, or judge it. Those three things are hard to do. I'm good for maybe 2 out of 3 of those. To remain non-attached, non-judgmental, non-resistant. I'm good for, well, actually, let's be clear. On a good day, 1 out of 3. A really good day, 2 out of 3. I very rarely have an instance of achieving that non-attachment, non-judgmental, and non-resistant perspective or awareness on something as I journey through my day. I would love to hear how you have or can achieve that or can share your way of doing that to remain not ambivalent, not ignorant of the world out there that is touching you and I. Maybe it doesn't touch you directly as that person or those people you're observing. And as I said before, easy for me to say, whew, thank goodness it ain't me. But at the same time, in my small head, I think about, well, why did I get my breaks? Why did I get this grace, all these graces that I have been given, have received, didn't ask for them, but I've gotten them despite what I do to myself, or in spite of, depending upon how you look at that definition. Now, do I wish to go back and say, hey, I didn't deserve that grace, give it to somebody else, let me suffer? I'm not sure I would say that to myself or that you would say that to yourself, but just consider how great you are, how great we are individually, and how great we are in common. And just know that those observations you get, yes, you should not compare or compete with anyone out there that might have more or less than you have. But just keep that longing short and sweet. And remember, maybe if you're going to long for something, long to see yourself as not just the miracle you are in the previous episode, but see yourself through the situation, the conditions, the circumstances to, again, even as simply remember, see, touch, taste, whatever, the beauty of you that drives you through every day. And that person or thing you're observing has the same thing. You don't know how, but they do. That's why we are all have so much in common in peace and in love. Until then, stay present, stay current. It's always 820.